Hi folks, I'm the Lost Mapper, and today is day 13 of the 30-day map challenge, and today's theme is Choropleth. I needed to go read up on this a bit. I have a book called Making Maps, which is an excellent guide for mapping design, and there is a chapter specifically on map symbology, and they talk about Choropleth and graduated symbols and things like that. And I found a lot of great advice in there. And I wanted to revisit my map from day 3, Polygons, where I made some mistakes and maybe didn't make the best map. And I want to go through the suggestions in this book to improve this map. So over in QGIS, I have copied my project over to a new file in a new folder. It has the same data that it did previously. And I'm going to go through a few steps to hopefully improve how this looks. So the first thing I want to do is, if we open up the table, I'm going to organize these columns and deselect all. And then I'm just going to grab, I guess, one of the object IDs, the zip code, the PO name, and then the number of vacancies and the number of housing units. And previously I was just using the number of vacancies, so a total. And what I'd like to do is actually make that a ratio, the number of vacant houses per housing units. And that should even out the data a bit more based on the number of housing units actually available. So one way we could do this is with a field calculator, and I'm going to create a new one called vacancy ratio. All right, so I am in a shapefile and I'm hitting a character limit. Maybe I'll just call this ratio for now. I'm not going to worry about it, but this does need to be a decimal number. I need to have decimal points in it. And then we're going to use an expression to calculate that field. So this is going to be vacant divided by, what was it, HSE units? There we go. And then we can get a preview down here of those numbers, hit OK on that. And now we have this new field. That gives us something that we can plot against. So let's close this out and open up the Symbology. And instead of using vacant, we're going to use that new field that we made, the ratio. And I'm going to hit reclassify. And now I've got numbers between 0 and 0.788. And the other thing I'd like to do, one of the suggestions is to not actually cross hues or, a color, is to actually use different shades. So I'm going to switch the color ramp to be a grayscale one. And another suggestion is not to use white, because that sort of suggests emptiness or nothing, no value. And in this case, it is representing at least some percentage there. So I'm going to edit this color ramp and change the starting color to be a bit of a gray. So it's not entirely white. Cool. And then there's a lot of shades here, and it's kind of hard to tell them apart. So I think we're going to actually use a smaller number. Let's try, what if we do 4? And hit apply on that, and hit OK. The other thing I'm going to do is switch the mode to pretty breaks. And I think that gives us a little bit of a cleaner selection of data. Let's take a look at how that looks. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to check my filter. Can't remember. Well, I need to save my changes first. So I'm going to save changes, turn off editing, and then go to my filter. Okay, I'm already ignoring any vacancies where we don't actually have a value. So it seems like sometimes in shapefiles, folks use -99 to represent missing data because there's no idea of a null value. So I'm glad that I'm already trimming that out. Okay, I think that looks I think that looks better. I think it shows sort of more of a contrast between where there are vacancies and where there aren't. So if we head into our map layout, I'm going to go into this existing one. It's already updated. I'm going to change the title, and let's knock down the font a little bit just so it'll fit. I'm going to use 26. I like even numbers. Cool. And then another suggestion was when you are showing data where there's a large number and a low number, it's better to put the darker one at the top, so that the one with more value starts at the top and then the lower values at the bottom. So the way to do this, I could not actually find a way to do this within the actual properties for this legend, but if you head back to the map and jump into the symbology, you can actually drag these entries around and reverse them. Again, did not find anything here that would let you do that automatically. Yeah, okay, I missed one. Put that one at the bottom. And I'm just gonna, I know this number makes no sense, 0.0, but I like the idea of it lining up digit-wise. And I think that looks okay. And if we head back here, okay, cool. I think one last thing I'll do is actually remove the title from the legend, since it's already mentioned in the title of the map. And what we can do is turn off auto update here, double click on vacancies. If you delete this, I think it defaults back to the name of the layer. So if you just put in a space, it will get rid of it for you. We can just move this up to align it sort of with the top of the map. And I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks better than what we were starting with. So this one looks a little more scattered and random, and there's just too many values to discern any information from it. It's kind of hard for the human mind to grasp that. Here, you get a much clearer understanding of where there are a lot of vacancies and where there are not a little, which appears to be, most of Alabama. Okay, trying to do a quick one today. I will see you tomorrow.